Welcome to toy-polloi.
So, hello and welcome to another video from toy-polloi. It's about 10:30 in the morning here and I'm just getting ready to go into the Bath and West Toy Fair. It's the 9th of October, so let's go and see what we can find today. The toy fair today was actually one of the larger ones I've been to. Sometimes when you come to the Bath and West Showground, the amount of stalls can be a little bit disappointing. But today, as there hadn't been one for about 3 months, a lot of sellers had turned up. So there was a good selection of stalls and a good variance of what was available for sale. Normally there's an awful lot of dinky stuff around, and again today was no exception, an awful lot of dinky stuff, but there are quite a few stalls that specialise in other toy lines. So there's a stall that sells a lot of Transformers. There's quite a lot of Action Man stuff as well, which is useful because a lot of my projects at the moment are Action Man restorations, so I was able to pick up quite a few nice bits for those restorations. Star Wars vintage toys were few and far between, and what there was very expensive. Really, I thought a lot of that was overpriced. You could still find the odd gem that was at a good price, but 90% of it was really expensive. I found a loose, very beaten up Chewbacca that someone was wanting £10 for, which is crazy. It shouldn't have been on sale for more than about £1 because it was so beaten up, and a lot of other figures as well, overpriced. So a bit of a hit and miss show as far as Star Wars goes, but that's often the way at the moment. Star Wars prices are incredibly high, and it's very rarely you see them at toy fairs at sensible prices. So that's it, it's been 2 hours. I've had a good rummage around all the boxes I can find in that toy fair. Found a few good items. It's not been a great toy fair, but it's been a good toy fair. I've certainly found enough bits for projects that I'm working on to help with the restoration. So let's head back to toy-polloi and we'll see what I've managed to find. So here we have all the stuff I picked up. As you can see, it wasn't a great toy fair, but it was actually a good toy fair because really all of this stuff is stuff I needed. So I'm always pleased when I find bits that I need rather than just buying extra bits that I like but don't have any use for. These are all things I need for current projects or current collections that I'm working on. It's funny enough, I just filmed a review for the Wrist Racers toys by Knickerbocker, and in that review I said that you can find the cars really easily, but you don't often find the launchers. And lo and behold, what did I find there? A launcher for a Knickerbocker wrist racer. So the video is still going to go up with me saying they're pretty hard to find, and they are pretty hard to find, but I did actually find one, and this only cost me £1, so that's great because I have the cop car from Dukes of Hazzard that needs to go in one of these, so I now have the launcher, so that's great. I also picked up a few bits of Action Man clothing for some of the restorations that I'm currently working on. One of the things I needed was a sailor's top, and I got that. That cost me £2. I also found a couple of bits for the diver, the sort of diver's costume. This is actually in quite nice condition. The only problem being that it's all of the stitching is starting to come apart, so you can see there's holes through here, the arms have come apart. So although nice, it's actually going to need quite a lot of work to fix that up. And I got some Mountaineers trousers which a subscriber had asked me to look out for, and I do try and help people if I can, and I found these for £1, so that was pretty good. I also managed to pick up the diving helmet. The one that came with the one I'm restoring is in a pretty sorry state, and I did trade for another one, but the one I traded for is in such good condition it ruins my fix-it guides because I've got nothing to fix on it. So I managed to pick this one up, which is in quite good condition but still has some broken bits, so ideal for what I do. Now I did find one more Dungeons and Dragons figure. These are getting harder to find actually. They're still not worth a great deal. I think I paid £2 for this. He's not in amazing condition, but I do like the Dungeons and Dragons line of toys. This is Hawkler. I think I probably have some of his weapons in my spares pot as well, so I can get him finished up. A little Legends class Transformer from, I think this is from the second Transformers movie. This is Skids. One of the ones I failed to pick up when the movie was sort of out, and these were easy to get, so I finally picked this up just to finish off my collection of the Legends class figures. Again, only £1. And Star Wars stuff there. Star Wars stuff, it tends to be a little bit on the pricey side at the moment. If you go on eBay, prices are absolutely bonkers. So Star Wars figures, I saw a beta Chewbacca that someone was asking £10 for, and that's just really crazy. There are a few for sort of £5 or £6, which are, I guess, in current prices are pretty reasonable. So the only thing I did manage to find, which was good value, was the die-cast snow speeder, as you can see here. Now this was on sale for, let me see, it was for £8. I actually paid £7 for it, and at current prices, that's actually a pretty good price. And as you can see, it's in pretty nice condition. It's a little bit dirty, a little bit sort of messed up, a few little sort of marks on it, but nothing is broken really. Actually, I can just see that the little figure's loose inside there. How on earth has that happened? Well, there's something for me to fix. But no, none of the guns have been chewed, which is unusual. Quite often these are just chewed or bent and broken. I just have the little rear gun as well, so that's quite nice. So for £7, absolute bargain. The best way to deal with toy fairs these days is to go and expect to be a bit disappointed, then you'll always manage to find something that pleases you. This little lot didn't set me back a great deal, but it's all stuff that I need for current restoration projects, so I'm really pleased to have found it. I generally go to that toy fair every time it's on. It is a hit and miss toy fair, sometimes good, sometimes bad, but you can always find things that you like or things that you need, and you don't have to spend a lot of money to have an enjoyable time. So a great haul for me today. I hope this has been of interest to you, and thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching toy-polloi. Subscribe for more great videos. You can also follow toy-polloi on Twitter and Facebook.